This lesson is how to divide a whole number by a fraction using a TCF strategy. An example would be 10, which is the whole number, divided by the fraction 1/2. These type of problems can be tricky, so be careful. A lot of students would think that 10 divided by 1/2, that 1/2 of 10 is 5, but that would not be the right answer. Let me show you why. To get an answer of 5 when you're dividing 10, you would have to divide by 2 to get that answer. And remember, 2 is not a fraction, that's a whole number. We can show that with 10 circles divided into 2 equal groups. Each of those groups has 5, which would be our answer for that particular problem if you're dividing by 2. But in this case, it's wrong because the original problem we're dividing by 1/2. When you divide by a fraction, in this case, we're looking for how many 1/2s we have in those 10 circles. There's a lot of halves. If we were to take the 10 circles and multiply it by 2 halves for each circle, we would get the answer of 20. Notice that we took a division problem and we turned it into a multiplication problem, which is what we're doing today. So the main idea for this type of problem, when we divide a whole number by a fraction, is that we turn the division problem into a multiplication problem. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We have 3 steps. Step 1 is we want to turn the whole number into a fraction. In this case, we write it as 10 over 1. Then change division to multiplication and flip the second fraction over into its reciprocal. We then multiply straight across and get 20 over 1, which simplifies to 20. TCF is a strategy that we're using for this type of problem. It stands for turn, change, flip. We turn the whole number into a fraction by writing it over 1. We change the division into multiplication, and we flip the second fraction into its reciprocal. And we can do that because of related multiplication and division facts. So TCF stands for turn, change, and flip. Let's look at another problem, 8 divided by 4/5 using a turn, change, flip strategy. We take 8 and turn it into a fraction. Change division to multiplication and flip the second fraction over into its reciprocal. Simplify before multiplying. 1 and 5 will not simplify because they have a greatest common factor of 1. 8 and 4 we can simplify because we can divide both of those numbers by the greatest common factor of 4. In this case, 8 over 1 will rewrite to 2 over 1, and 5/4 can be rewritten as 5 over 1. Next, we multiply straight across numerators and denominators, and we get 10 over 1, which simplifies to an answer of 10 using the turn, change, and flip strategy. Problem 2, 7 divided by 3/4. We turn the whole number into a fraction. We change division to multiplication, and we flip the second fraction over into its reciprocal of 4/3. Simplify using cross cancellation before we multiply. 7 and 3 will not simplify because it has a greatest common factor of 1, and 1 and 4 also will not simplify. Multiply straight across, numerators 7 times 4 is 28, denominators 1 times 3 is 3, for an answer of 28 over 3. That is an improper fraction, and for some problems you may need to rewrite it as a mixed number. We're going to do that right now. To do that, we divide the numerator by the denominator. If you use your long division skills, you will get an answer of 9 with a remainder of 1. We write the remainder as a fraction of 1 over 3 for a final answer of 9 1/3 using our turn, change, and flip strategy. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you on the next one.